for me, I want, the younger kids to, when they're growing up and be able to look at Bones Hyland and his resume, I want to be like Bones and even better than Bones.
Bones! Back cut for Bones. Oh, been around everyone! And he's shaking, folks! Oh, Bones are shaking and rattling. Now Bones straight away, got it.
First thing, obviously, is the name, like, just kind of sticks out to you. So give us like a little origin story of how that name all came about.
When I first came to Delaware, they only knew me as the name Carolina because I was originally from North Carolina. That's where I was born at, but I was raised in Delaware. But the coach who had discovered me and picked me, like he picked me up and like found me, brought me to the gym. He started calling me Carolina. But the childhood friends wanted to, like their own name for me. And I always was like had a slim frame. I was kind of skinny. And one is a boy. He came up with the name Busy. And I had another childhood friend. She's a girl, and she came up with the name Bones. And then I just put two and two together, and it just came up with Busy Bones. And ever since then, it just stuck to me, and it fits me so well. And that's always gonna be my name.
You mentioned the coach when you talked about that. When you talked about the help that a coach just kind of found you and whatnot. Can you kind of speak to that as well as like opportunities that come, like when you don't have certain opportunities, but then you get a chance like the coach that came and helped you out. Talk about a little bit about that.
So when I first came from North Carolina, I didn't know anybody. I didn't have no friends, et cetera, et cetera. But I would go down to this gym. It's called West Center City Community Center. And that's where everybody came to play basketball, just have fun there. And he saw something in me as a little kid, and when he first discovered me, he instantly started calling me, Carolina. I introduced him to myself. I told him, where I came from and stuff like that. He go by the name Spoons, and I'm just like, he introduced himself to me too. He he's a coach and stuff like that. So I'm like, we're gonna have a bond for sure because he was one of the first person I ever spoke to, coming into the city. So ever since then, he just been like a father figure to me, a role model to me. He taught me so many life lessons and stuff like that. And that will always stick with me to this day. And he always believed in me. So it meant a lot to me because, like I said, I didn't know anybody. So, him taking me under his wing and showing me the ropes as a young teenager and just believing in me, that meant a lot to me.
What has the game of basketball taught you as well?
It taught me so many different things that still to this day, I still thank the game so much, and I never take for granted because I was in numerous life situations where basketball could have been taken away from me, and I never want to take basketball for granted because the moment it was almost taken away from me, I cried my eyes out, and it made me appreciate the game even more and thank the lessons and the adversity and the stuff you go through dealing with the game. It makes you appreciate it even more.
Yeah, how much of it was it just an escape for you? How much of it was that you felt like this is my avenue that I can completely pour myself into this and it can give me a whole new life that I could end up, enjoying and living?
Man, a lot, honestly. It's like basketball, it's that space where you just want to just go into the gym and lock in with yourself. It helped me figure my own self out. Sometimes you need to be alone by yourself and do the thing that you love, and you get to tap into different attributes of yourself and learning yourself even more. And that's what growing up, what I did with myself going into the gym, it just meant just a lot to me, just to be in the gym with friends and also be in the gym by myself because I learned so much about myself.
I know that even personally, just thinking about growing up, didn't always have transportation, didn't always have the money to get these. So even when you think about that and the conversation around just access for a lot of young athletes and people who want to get into sports, what is it that you're thinking about when these topics come up?
Me growing up, I had to, walk to numerous gyms by 30, 40-minute walks just to get to the gym because of no transportation. Sometimes, it'll be a van that'll come to the, school, after school, and you have to sit outside and they'll come pick you up and take you to the gym because, sometimes it was so far. And this was community service stuff that the city was providing. And I was very thankful for that because it would be cold outside, snowing, raining. You're not going to walk in the rain like that, but you want to you want to get to the gym and play basketball and do the thing that you love. But, growing up, it was, some things like Safe Haven, that's after hours, from 9 to 12 a.m., you've been in the gym, the people that's working it, telling your parents where you at, they feed you, you get to play basketball, stuff like that. But as I got older, those stuff starting to fade away, and it was more the violence and stuff like that. The murder rate started to go up, and that's something I want to get back into. As I'm in the league now, where I can, I can voice myself out to the community and try to, voice my opinion and bring that, that joy back. Because when I was growing up, it was so much joy. And now you're seeing kids fading away in different areas, going left or going right instead of just trying to, keep straight. And that's something I want to do to help to, give back and just voice my opinion on that.
What are some of the things maybe you're excited about being able to give back to your community, or just in general being able to give back?
Partnering with Under Armour will be huge for me to give back, because they give that, the different level of outlets where they can, help me even get involved in the community to even give back. So, that's another reason why I'm involved, partnering with Under Armour.
We're hooked on this whole rookie class. We've loved it. We've been able to cover it for the last couple of years. So we're really excited about you all. And it's like your game is so different than everybody else's. I know that there's a lot that goes into that game, and there's a lot of pieces that contributed to the way you play now. What really contributed to like making your game what it is today?
Growing up, everybody always asked me who I watched and who was like a role model to me and stuff like that. I never really had like, somebody I looked up to, but I always watched, Hot Sauce growing up. And that was somebody, to this day, I just thank him for being even alive. Just being able to watch him on YouTube, like take some of his moves, his crossovers and stuff like that. And I always like text him and be like, bro, I used to watch you all the time. He texts me back. That means the most to me. Like, I recently got a phone call. I was on FaceTime with him, during the pre-draft process. And I was talking to him. And I'm like, well, that's Hot Sauce. That's like one of the only persons in football like I really get hype over to talk to, because I literally come home from school, eat a bowl of cereal, and after the bowl of cereal, I like dance in the mirror with the basketball, do the same moves that he doing, and it just gave me so many different level of like, that smoothness, the skill, that like it just made me more like comfortable with myself, knowing like that's the type of game that I want to be able to play and adapt that into the league, and just just make that my game and add my own flair into it. So I definitely big props to him for sure.
You not know how hype you got me, man, because if you don't know, really, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. We grew up, Hot Sauce was all we know. He used to sleep at run and shoot. We had run and shoot, man. See, you don't even get me started. That's crazy that you said. I was not expecting that answer, so I love that shout out to Hot Sauce, man. Wow. So
sure.
I saw you say a couple of weeks ago that like I want to be one of the greats. Like what is it as well? Like, what fuels you to be that great and want to be a legend?
Man, just to want my name to be remembered forever. I don't want to just be in this league and just be somebody, who came in the league and not have a resume. For me, I want, the younger kids to, when they're growing up and be able to look at Bones Hyland and his resume, I want to be like Bones and even better than Bones. So this is what I'm doing it for the next generation and things like that. And also, for myself and wanting to keep better at myself.
What do you want people to think about when they say Bones? When they say Bones Hyland, what do you want people to first think about?
He's a joyful, impactful kid who can put a smile on anybody's face at any given time, at any given moment. That's what I always live by.
I really appreciate you taking the time with us, okay?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Yes.